These boxing promoters are all done king right now. I got guys that's commentators that work for networks sitting around here talking about Andre who's 35, and now they're saying, oh, man, he's a 50-50 fight. Like Andre said, why is Canelo waiting to say this is a 50-50 fight, but calls me a horrible fighter? How is a 50-50 fight with Benavidez including a horrible fighter? So I'm a horrible fighter, but the fight with Benavidez is 50-50. See, guys are exposing themselves. You got guys who promote for PBC, work for PBC. Now they're saying, "Oh, Benavidez and Andre is a big fight." Trying to make it seem like that's the only reason it's happening because it's over there. No, you're probably letting it happen over there, but that's a fight that wasn't even supposed to happen because Andre's coming from 54 a long time ago, 54 with Charlos. Couldn't get that fight. People said, "Oh, Charlos, they're being ducked." Come on, man. But then he goes to 160. Nobody wants to fight in 160. They're talking about Janovic, who's 30 years old, haven't fought anybody. Now, 68, we're talking about Benavidez. And this is what people have to realize. If PBC has so much top talent and stuff like that, why does Benavidez have to go to a guy who just arrived at PBC to have a big fight? They're saying it's a big fight, but the guy who they say doesn't want to take big fights, he just arrived at PBC this year, and he's already getting the Benavidez fight. So to be a guy who doesn't want to fight in big fights, that's pretty fast. I mean, that's faster. That's almost faster than what Caleb Plant did it. Because Caleb Plant's been over there for years, but he's just now coming around to fight Benavidez. He actually wants a rematch. But you got commentators now that's saying, oh, yeah, Andre, he's a great fight, and he's very dangerous. You got ex-boxers. These boxers are low-key haters. Okay? These boxers are low-key haters. Don't ask a guy who was barely a champion or he was a paper champion. Don't ask him about other fighters who had less careers than him, because he's gonna try to make it seem like, oh, that guy, he's not doing enough. He's not doing enough. Now you have guys because they got their little podcast now. They're trying to be like these YouTubers they talk about they don't like, but you're saying the same stuff. The same stuff the YouTubers you don't like say, these commentators and boxers say. These guys are all together. They all use the same kind of stuff. They're not educated in boxing like that. Like, it's all getting exposed. You got guys for years that been making money off of saying Andre's not a quality fighter. So I'm going to make a little cash talking about how he is a good fighter. I'm talking positive. So y'all was talking negative. So please don't affect what I'm doing over here, please. But I'm going to proceed. So what I'm saying is, the boxers out here, if you notice, like even when, I'm gonna give you an example, when Adrian Bronner, when Spence was finna fight Crawford. Now Adrian Bronner is good friends with Spence. He is with Crawford too, but a lot more with Spence. So he chose Spence. I think Spence gonna win. Now he could have been like, nah, I give Crawford a big chance. You know what I'm saying? But you see what happened? Crawford went out there and watched him. See, boxers don't be knowing like that. They know, but sometimes they play sides. Like, let me give you an example. Let's just say Adrian Bronner did know Terrence Crawford was like that. He played a side. Now, let's just say he didn't know Terrence Crawford was like that. They don't know how to recognize skills of other boxers. They don't know how good another boxer is by watching him. They really don't. I'm just telling you that. These guys are worse than fans. The boxers out here, they don't not know how to look at talent. They don't know how good talent is. They don't know. They really do not know. They'll see a boxer and say, oh, he looks different from what I've seen. I think he's good, so and so. A lot of these guys don't know how to pick talent. I'm going to give you an even better example. And y'all might think I'm stupid, but I got examples for this. Anybody want to say this in the comment section? I feel like it's boxers out here that can promote better than some of these promoters now, but they're not gonna put themselves in a position to do it, or the companies won't put him in a position to do it. They'll probably have him in a role like Bernard Hopkins or something with Golden Boy, but he's not gonna be the lead at the table, calling these shots. But the whole Andrade narrative is dying so quick. We have guys that's literally trying to bring up stories about how he's dangerous to Benavidez. He's always been dangerous. Always. Andrade was at the zone before Canelo. Why is Canelo following a guy who's a horrible fighter to the zone? Now, mind you, the zone didn't have no stars over there at this time. I think Tevin Farmer was probably there before that, or I'm not sure. He probably came later. But I know Andrade was the first one of the first ones from America to come over there. I want to say either him. I want to say him. I think it was probably Danny Jacobs first. So let me go Danny Jacobs, then him. But they were right around the same time. So you had him, Daniel Jacobs. You had Triple G and Canelo signed for over $100 million around this time to join the zone after Andrade. So you following Andrade to the zone. He was the only name worth going over there for. They had Anthony Joshua over there, but as we can see, Anthony Joshua hasn't been on the zone that much. But he was the only guy to go over there. Then all the Americans was like, oh, okay, he's going over there. Why would Canelo follow Andrade to the zone? And I know people say, well, he got the money offered to him. Why would he turn that down? So obviously, you don't care about who you're going to fight when you get over there. Look who he fought when he got over there. When they signed Triple G and Canelo together, I knew right then Triple G is signing so he can fight Canelo. He's basically gonna ride the back of Canelo until he's retired. And what did he do? People didn't say this. I just want y'all to know this. It might sound like it's correct right now, but 5 years ago they didn't say Triple G was following Canelo. He was literally following him like a baby. Bro, the only thing we remember Triple G for is literally losing to Canelo. Then the last fight they had, they got booed. You had people saying, oh, we need a third fight. We need a third fight. Trilogy. Bro, that third fight made that one of the worst trilogies ever. That's why you can't do the little trilogy stuff. I know it was sounding cool when Fury and Wilder was doing it. That's just because it was natural. It wasn't no made up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Jadakiss said, I made real songs with Big, no made up ish. All this made up, put together stuff, it's remixes. It ain't even cool no more. We need to put together real, authentic fights. Come on, man. Like, all I'm asking Canelo to do is just slide Benavidez and Andrade in there and take away the second and third Triple G fight. Or take John Ryder and Michael Fielding out of there and just add those guys. But as you can see, though, I don't be that hard on Canelo because guys in PBC don't want to fight Benavidez either. Guys in PBC don't want to fight Andrade either. So I understood what Canelo said. I'm not going to lie. When Canelo said guys need to fight each other, I was like, what? But then I said, you know what? He's telling the truth because guys really aren't fighting each other at all. They don't know much about each other. They're not really calling each other out like they say they do. You know, most of these guys, they'll say, oh, so-and-so's not calling me out. So the fight not going to get made. That ain't how fights get made anyway. If y'all listen to David Benavidez's dad, he actually told the truth. He said, if a guy's asking for a fight at PBC, especially if it makes sense or anything, just mostly if he's asking for a fight, he can most likely get the fight. He just has to fight and want to fight. No one had to make Charlo fight Canelo. If Charlo wanted to say, no, I don't want to fight Canelo, I'm good, he wouldn't have to fight him. Can't make him fight Canelo. He wanted to fight Canelo. He wanted to do that. But it's only gonna make him worse though. Because now, in boxing, man, one thing that fans do all the time, they always go back and say, hey, who fought who? Who fought who during this era? And they gonna go back to this Charlo and Canelo fight. They gonna say, oh, he was knocking guys out. But, hey, you know what's funny? The same thing Charlo said about other boxers, now they looking at him the same way. For going to the fight folding. Bro, this is America, bro. American boxing is very sacred. We don't take kindly to the guys going in there, asking for a fight 10 years, losing, and you ain't break your skin. Not one splash of blood in there. Been watching Rocky Balboa all your life, but you go in there and lay down. Watch out for these promoters and these boxers who's out here changing narratives. They gonna try to say, oh yeah, I think Demetrius Andrade top 5 pound for pound. I think if Canelo don't fight him, oh, it's gonna be a travesty. That's what you're gonna hear after the fight if he wins. But none of these guys will sitting there banging their chest like King Kong all these years. See, people will take money out your pocket, watch you suffer. Then when you about to go grab the lottery ticket, they'll say, oh, no, that's my cousin. That's all that's going on. They see Andre finna hit the lottery or finna be a big deal, and they're saying, oh, that's my cousin. You know, I know him. Yeah, I know him. We related. Did y'all know that? We related. That's my cousin. That's these type of guys that's walking around. It's sad, man. Because it ain't about the fight no more. It's about who you like. Things like that. You got to go in there and take risk fight. It's sad. It is what it is, though. And then, as you can see, man, Canelo and Triple G from the 54-60 division, it didn't even get really cleaned out the way it was supposed to. So now you have a situation where Tim Tszyu is now going to be the person that basically cleans up the rest of what Canelo didn't do at 54 when he was there. Then at 60, you'll see the same thing. So it's a lot of different things going on to where guys are going to be playing basically musical chairs, because in a minute, it's going to be hard to kind of just dance around. It's going to, even right now, it's going to be hard for Canelo to retire and not fight Benavidez. If Andre wins, then fans probably still won't even want that fight because, man, a lot of these guys is weird, man. Man, I mean, it's weird. It's weird because a lot of people putting in a lot of work. Man, a lot of people put in a whole lot of work. Families taking guys to practices and gyms all their life. And for guys to make it seem like a guy isn't capable until he's actually taking the fight, that's terrible. That's bad business. To make it seem like a guy that isn't capable of taking a fight or even business minded. See, the narratives that went around it is it's like Andre not capable of doing good business. Then it makes it seem like he's not a smart guy. Then it makes it seem like he's a scaredy cat. It's like a whole narrative that's tearing people's brand down, and it's disgusting. Like, you literally these days have to. It's one guy going around throwing mess on everybody, throwing trash on everybody, and now you got to turn around and basically when he gets trash thrown on him, you got to be like, hey, y'all notice this guy who been throwing trash on everybody? That he's actually the trash guy? Y'all haven't noticed that? It's a lot of things like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I can't really dictate how things are going to go, but I just know after this fight, Andre can't be denied. I'm already hearing guys say crazy stuff, man. I can't really entertain every fan because every fan ain't smart enough to even make any kind of money off a bet. So until you get smart enough to do that and stop betting on these guys that you think is the cool boxer or the tough guy, all these hyenas that been barking at Mufasa, you got to start supporting the right guys, man. All these narratives and who's popular and all that stuff going to have you out here looking crazy. As people have been looking crazy now. You see a lot of guys, they're not even mentioning the boxers they've been talking about for the past 20 years. I mean, basically say 20 years. Because these guys feel like they've been mentioning, I'm just going to say it, they feel like they've been mentioning Spence and all these guys for the past 30 years. Even me, I'm like, man, I'm going to be real. I'll say like this time last year, I was like, man, they keep dropping these videos about Spence. It ain't going to go well for him. Then they were doing the t-shirt videos and all these other things. Guys just speaking about boxing but know nothing about it. Calling guys just been Olympians and all kind of things just trash and ducking. Bro, Charlo is one of the founding fathers of the word ducking. I've never heard Canelo say, so-and-so ducking me. So-and-so ducking me. Never heard Canelo say this. But these little bum boxers, bro, I'm going to say it. You a bum, bro, if you walk around saying that. For real. And it's only black fighters that walk around saying that, bro. I'm just going to keep it 100. Like, it's getting real old, man. Now you got Janovic saying it. Now you got Janovic saying, oh, I'm being ducked, bro. I'm being ducked. Man, come on, man. Y'all making us look bad, man. Nobody being ducked, bro. You not Mike Tyson. You are not George Foreman. Now, Demetrius Andrade, as you can see, I ain't got to say he being ducked. You going to find out that he being ducked. They don't know what kind of guys he's fought over the years. Man, a guy with no name is the worst kind of guy to fight. Ask Rolly Romero when he fought that old man. That old man been fighting all these years. And look how that old man made him look. Come on, man. And I knew that old man was going to give him trouble. I said, man, that old man, he got the strength. Just telling you. And it was going bad. And the referee saved that one. So at the end of the day, a lot of people, and then people try to say, oh, well, they try to, man, all these companies do little fights to where they'll get the judges or the judges will make their own decision. But it ain't just one company do it or one person. All these guys do it. I've seen all of them do it. I've seen all of them. They don't care about who fighter is which or, hey, if it's a side they need to go on, that's the side they going on. They don't care about the promotional stuff. I've seen these guys flip fighters back and forth like pancakes. Hey, you take him, I take him. Okay, now I'm done with him. You take him, I take him. And these the same fighters they say they don't like each other. Man, these guys love each other. The way they go back and forth and give fighters back and forth. Bro, I'll give you an example. Berlanga was just on Top Rank. Now Berlanga's with Matchroom. And possibly we'll do business with Top Rank. I don't know. I never heard nobody say they'll never do business with him again. So possibly, but he's still available. Not saying that he shouldn't be. I'm just telling you that when guys go from one promotional company to the other, like Demetrius Andrade, bro, that doesn't mean anything. That other side of street stuff don't mean nothing. Because you see as soon as he got over there and made himself available. He's been available. He made himself available. And now Benavidez is like, well, yeah, you know, I was thinking about fighting him anyway. So Benavidez was thinking about fighting him anyways. He brought his name up like last year before that. If I can't find nobody, I'll just fight Andre. I don't care. He's been said it. So I got to respect this, but I'm not going to let people try to just gloss over how the man's 35 and you're trying to Terrence Crawford him and try to make it seem like, because if he beat Benavidez now, you're going to say, oh, well, you can't do it to Canelo. Man, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear it. Because if that's the case, then I don't think what Canelo did to Charlo, I don't think he can do it to Benavidez. Not finna get in the ring with Benavidez and him, and he's not finna try to knock your head off. He's going to run around like Charlo. Man, please. Okay. Get someone else to believe that. Get someone else to believe that. That's why I picked Canelo to go 12 rounds against Charlo. No knockout. As much as we try to say, oh, Charlo ain't do nothing, I knew he wasn't going to knock him out. Come on, man. They're both coming off injuries anyways. I knew he wasn't going to knock him out. So, obviously, he's not a killer like everybody's saying he is because he didn't knock him out. But he did beat him down. Now, to think that he ain't knock out Charlo, but he'll get in the ring and knock out Benavidez. Come on, man. Never entertain a talk like that. You'll never see me entertain anything like that. That's how you lose your money. You let your feelings get in between the facts. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.